Good morning, everybody. It is about 6:45 and I am heading to the Burlington GO station, taking the GO train up to Union Station and then taking the VIA to the nation's capital for a little Thanksgiving weekend getaway. Going to Ottawa for a couple days. Not a busy day here, but because I'm going to be gone for a few days, I'm going to park in the garage. All right, train ride number 1 done. This is going to be what the next train looks like. I made it to Union Station. I have some time to kill, so I'm just sitting here. It's pretty wild to see the difference in terms of busyness right now on a Sunday morning compared to the work week. I was just in the GO train terminal. This is the Via Rail terminal. There's my train, Ottawa, 10:38. It's the second one on the board. Oh, this is a nice mural, picture, whatever it is. As I said, I'm not really sure if there's a check-in process, so I gotta figure that out right now. That's why I'm super early, like an hour and a half early. They tell you to get here 45 minutes before the train leaves. I doubled that. So this is just the ticket window. There's no check-in process. You go right to the gate. Be my first time on the VIA. So that's where I came in, down that ramp. It's really just a standard train terminal. You got the baggage over there. Tim Hortons over here. There's no like concession store down here, which I thought was bizarre. That's why I'm going back to the GO train terminal to get a drink for the train. They probably sell stuff, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'm gonna go purchase something. All right, the goods have been acquired. Now I'm gonna head back to the Via Rail section. What's odd is that there is a convenience store in the York concourse, but there isn't one in the Bay concourse. And I normally go to the Bay concourse, so file that one under good to know for next time. Gate 18 is where my train will be departing from. 3 stops to the final destination: Kingston, Fallowfield, and then Ottawa. It's kind of like the airport. They do have a waiting area. So this waiting area is actually only for pre-boarding and seniors. The rest of us have to come wait in this line. The economy losers. Just arrived at the Ottawa train station. Got to figure out where to catch an Uber. It's nicer in here than Union, I think. This is cool. They got model trains in the terminal. All right, I've made it to Ottawa. Staying at the Hilton. Train ride, really easy train ride. Gets a little long at the end of it, but overall, everything went smoothly. We're delayed a little bit, like I want to say 20-ish minutes. We're around the Kingston area, so that kind of pushed our arrival time back a little bit, but not terrible. Like I've known people that have been delayed on trains, literally stuck on trains for 3-4 hours. So 20 minutes compared to that is nothing. Yes, now we're here, and I think tonight, so my original intention was to make just like a train experience, Toronto to Ottawa. But I think I'm going to add on to that video, or include the next portion of my day in that video, and I'm going to go to the Byward market, I think. Grab a bite to eat, and then retreat for the night, because I am freaking tired. I got up way too early, and I am ready to probably fall asleep right now, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to get caught in that cycle. So we're going to go to the Byward market. I'm going to check out this grand place, the Grand Pizzeria. Look at this thing. Skeleton. I'm gonna head into the Byward market. Hello. Bear and its cub. So this is the Byward market. Cool little area, a bunch of shops, restaurants, fun decorations. Cool. It's outdoors too. Look at this mural up there. I kind of like the randomness on the streets. You got dog bones, skulls, giant hopscotch. Cool little area. You also got giant flowers. You got the guy singing In Excess, but he doesn't know the lyrics, so he has the iPad out. I do find it interesting that most of the street vendors have shut down for the day. I realize it's past 5 and all, but I don't know. Thanksgiving Sunday, it's pretty busy down here. You'd think they'd want to stay open. Appeal to the crowd a little bit, but maybe not. Anyone figure out what this is supposed to be? Sussex. This is the street that the Prime Minister's residence is on. Although, if I'm being quite frank, I'm not entirely sure if Mark Carney lives in the Prime Minister's residence. What the hell is this place? So I'm just gonna walk back to my accommodations. It's about 20 minutes. Save a little bit in terms of the Uber costs. People out here painting. Homeless, I assume. By the way, that big building that I showed just a couple clips ago, it's the Fairmont. It all makes sense now. Oh, look how nice this is. They have all the locks, and that leads into the river, I guess it is. Bagpiper. There's the House of Commons. I'm taking a tour of that building tomorrow. Riveting stuff, I know. Gotta love protesters yelling at you as you walk by. That's always fun. You got a marvelous view of Center Block. All under construction. Cranes, more cranes. This is a Confederation building. I like the different colors. When they built this, I assume it was all the same brick, but some have probably gotten worn throughout the years, or maybe not. I'm kind of looking at one that's over here. Looks like it might be different colored bricks, which I think is super cool. It works very well. Green roof, nice touch. Have you ever wondered what the Supreme Court of Canada looks like? This is it. Random child running through the shot. Where are his parents? He's literally by himself. What? I've only been here for an hour and a half, and I find it's a very walkable city. I crashed to the Decot picnic. All right, well, I hate to admit this, but I got lost. Not lost in the sense that I don't know where my hotel is. My hotel is actually right behind me. The issue is there's so much construction that I can't get to it. So I have to walk all the way around, I think. So I'm cutting through this garden that's not really upkept. I know it's technically out of season and you can't really see it, but there's homeless people all over the place in here. They're harmless though. That area I just showed was the Garden of Provinces and Territories. Hopefully they upkeep it better in the summer. I don't know what this building is, St. Peter's something? Showing it because again, like most buildings here, the architecture is awesome.